Shima is live. We're going to be addressing keratin treatments, ladies. As always, I'm going to wait for you ladies to join. So right now it's about 7:50 p.m. here. Oh, cool. A whole bunch of you already jumped in. That's great. That's great. Hi, Octavia Jillian. Hi, Melissa Cano. Hi, this is me. Hi, Amanda Queen. So we're going to have a wonderful discussion today about keratin treatments and how safe they are for our hair, meaning black hair. Okay? Everything revolves around our hair, Afro-textured hair for black women. So I want to address keratin treatments because that's something that I myself have wanted to try for the longest. And I want to learn more about it. So what I did, I did so much research on it. So I'm not going to be speaking from experience regarding keratin treatments. I have never tried it. I'm just going to share with you the research, that I have come upon regarding keratin treatments, okay? So if any of you ladies have tried the keratin treatments, any kind, because we're going to get into that. According to my research, there's several kinds of keratin treatments out there. So depending on the kind that you've used, share with us your experience. So again, I haven't experienced keratin treatments, but I'm doing my research, and I almost did a keratin treatment when I was doing my transitioning for 1 year and 10 months, but I chickened out. I chickened out due to some concerns I've had about it. And I actually, when I first started on YouTube, I did a topic on keratin treatments, and I still have the same kind of concerns, by the way. So we're going to be discussing the concerns regarding keratin treatment. We're going to be discussing the types of keratin treatments that are out there. And we're going to be discussing your experiences, if you have any experiences regarding keratin treatments. All right. So we're also going to be discussing, how a keratin treatment differs from relaxers, how a keratin treatment differs from a texturizer. We're going to get into all of that, all right? So like that, we could make a wise and sound decision, if we do decide to embark upon a keratin treatment, for our fragile Afro-textured hair. So it's very important that we get all the facts, We need all the facts, so we won't ruin our hair. We won't create a setback. Exactly what we discussed in yesterday's live stream about setbacks. So this is very important to try to understand how to do this keratin treatment the right way. All right, we're gonna almost get started, ladies. Oh, hold on. I'm sorry, ladies. I've been speaking to you, and so many of you are saying hi to me. Oh dear. Amanda Queen, hello. Brenda Taylor, hi. Lynette Blackwood, evening, Shima. How are you? I'm great, Lynette. Can't wait to get started on the keratin treatment topic. This is me. I'm excited. I've been wanting to learn. So have I. This is me. We're going to be learning together. Melissa Canyo, I haven't tried it, but my daughter has. Awesome. So Melissa, chime in regarding your daughter's results from her keratin treatment and what type of keratin treatment she used. Okay. All right. This is me, says never tried anything with keratin yet. Octavia Jordan says never tried it. Exactly. I'm just like you ladies. The ladies that are saying they never tried it, I'm just like you. All I've been doing is my research on it, because I just don't want to go and get that done and then I regret it. Or even worse, my hair regrets it by breaking off. So I'm very I was excited about it, but upon more research, I became kind of concerned about it, So Octavia, yeah, this is me. I hate setbacks. Yes, so almost all of us hate setbacks. This live says hi, Shima. Hi, this live. We're gonna be talking about keratin treatments. Have you tried any keratin treatments this life? Because we're dying to know. I'm going to share with you ladies my research on it. I haven't tried it. I haven't experienced it. But we're going to discuss, what the facts say. And then if any of you ladies have tried it, from your experience, let us know how the results were for you and your hair, Melissa Canyo said it loosens her hair texture. It loosens her texture of hair. Yeah. My research states that it loosens hair textures. But not all of the keratin treatment is formulated the same. Some of them is not just to loosen hair texture. Some of them is actually to get the hair bone straight, which were the types of keratin treatment I was looking at, because I've always loved, I love straight, really straight hair, So I was looking at those type of keratin treatments, but it comes with a price. If it's done incorrectly, it comes with a huge price. This life says she's never tried keratin treatment. Okay. All right, but this is what this live stream is going to be about. We're going to learn about keratin treatments today and how it's going to affect black hair, our hair. All right. This is all about our hair texture. Okay. So we're going to jump into it in just a few moments. Okay. This is me. It's asking, what about products that had keratin in them, like shampoos, etc.? Again, keratin is actually a form of protein. Okay, so this is me. That makes me think of the protein deep conditioners. That's if your hair needs that protein. So again, if your hair is very weak, has been damaged, and the kind of products that you're looking at have keratin in it, remember that's a form of protein, and I'm going to start discussing that with you, okay? With all of you. I'm excited about doing a keratin treatment, ladies, again, but I'm so concerned regarding the side effects, the cons. When I get to the cons, you're going to see why I'm so concerned about it. Because I don't want to have a huge setback. I just can't. I can't. So upon my research, certain articles, for example, this is what these certain articles says. They says a keratin treatment is sometimes referred to as the Brazilian blowout. Okay, and I believe it's also, the one that I'm interested in was the Brazilian keratin treatment. So my question is the Brazilian blowout the same as the Brazilian keratin treatment? I have those types of questions. So anyways, they're saying that a keratin treatment, sometimes referred to as the Brazilian blowout, is a way to get the smooth, volumized hair you want without hours of blow drying and straightening each morning. A keratin protein formula is heat infused into the hair to keep it straight for up to 3 months. By caring for your keratin treated hair properly, you can extend the life of the treatment so you enjoy more weeks of super styled, effortless hair. However, this too good to be true process may not be worth the risk. And these are the risks that I'm concerned about. For example, even before they started talking about it, I heard things like when you get a keratin treatment, you cannot touch the hair at all. So my question is, what happens when it's time to go to sleep? Because here it's saying avoid creasing. A keratin treatment is especially prone to creasing in the first 72 hours after treatment. So what happens when it's time to go to sleep? How are you supposed to go to sleep? Like, you're supposed to go to sleep sitting up or something? It's got to, sit up like this and just go to sleep like that. So that's my concern. And when you fall asleep, your body's going to be moving when you're dreaming, or you're just the type of person that moves around during sleep. So, your hair is going to be going this way, going that way. And how about when you have to, protect? I mean, if you cannot even touch your hair at all, so how are you supposed to, wrap a silk scarf around it? That means you're manipulating the hair, especially if the hair is long, because I have long hair. So if the keratin treatment made my hair bone straight, right? Then if I touch it or crease it in any way, that's that's how it's gonna end up looking. It's gonna end up looking with the creases. So that was one of my concerns. Okay, my other concern was all that heat, to be able to infuse the keratin into the hair. You know, the hot iron goes up to 450 degrees. So that is extreme heat, ladies, and which causes potential extreme heat damage to the hair. Now with that said, there's a reason why for example, the Brazilian keratin treatment has taken off. I mean, a lot of ladies must have been getting great results even without that extreme heat and things like that. So there has to be a way around it, ladies. There has to be a way, because I've seen so many good results. You know, the pictures that I've seen during my research, the pictures are beautiful. You know, the hair is shiny. It looks, you know, it's bouncy. You know, it looks very healthy. I'm just saying, it looks healthy. I'm not sure if it is healthy after going on that 450 degree iron, going, you know, infusing the treatment into your hair. I'm not too sure about that. You know, let me see what you ladies are saying. Ashan, hi Shima, looking lovely, lady. Thank you. Lynette Blackwood says, I've never used keratin and thought it no different to protein conditioning on my natural hair. My hair is very weak. Is that what you're saying? Because it said, maybe you had a little typo there, Lynette. It's saying no styling products. It says, because your hair is coated in keratin protein, you shouldn't need to use mousse, gel, and hairspray to tame your hair into the right shape and style. Styling products can cling to the hair and leave residue behind. So the fewer styling products we use, the less buildup and the less we need to wash our hair. It ensures that the keratin treatment stays looking fresh and smooth longer. Now I'm thinking, when you get a keratin treatment, I'm thinking there has to be keratin treatment maintenance products. So again, if you ladies have experience or know of someone who has experience getting keratin treatment, have they told you they like the stylist suggests that they buy keratin maintenance products, you know, to maintain their hair while they're at home? You know, the question is, can you use any type of product after you get your Brazilian keratin treatment done? So here are the different types of keratin treatment, ladies. Okay, because there's different types, you know. For example, there's the one that I was interested in, the Brazilian keratin treatment, and it says it helps eliminate frizz and smooths the hair while keeping the volume intact. There's also an at-home treatment called UB Natural Keratin Treatment, which a lot of natural ladies, I'm sure they use, you know, for their hair. It's called UB Natural Keratin Treatment. And according to the company, it's formaldehyde-free, which was another great concern of mine, and which is another reason why I chickened out of doing the keratin treatment, because of the formaldehyde. Because formaldehyde, they said, you know, that they use to embalm bodies with. So right now, just with that said, you know, it's like a turnoff. But certain companies says that their keratin treatment is formaldehyde free, but they still said that there's traces of formaldehyde in it regardless. You know, it's another, you know, it's another ingredient that they use, but it's still, it's like a cousin to formaldehyde, so it still has formaldehyde. And okay, so there's also the soft keratin treatment, and they say that soft keratin treatment also gently eliminates frizz while keeping the curls intact, and it is ideal for those who like their curls and waves. You know, there's also the Brazilian keratin treatment. I was looking at that. I think that's the same as the Japanese keratin treatment. And what it does, it combines the Brazilian treatment with the Japanese hair straightening system for longer lasting results in all hair types. Okay, so the Brazilian keratin treatment is applied. In other words, if you're going to use the Japanese keratin treatment, they apply the Brazilian keratin treatment first to loosen the curl. And then the Japanese treatment is applied over the top to completely seal the cuticle and lock out frizz. I think too much is going on there. I mean, I guess depending on the hairstylist, the expertise of the hairstylist, if everything goes 100% okay, then there should be no problem. But I don't know. I just don't know about that one. Okay. There's also one called the Keratin Express. And they say here the Keratin Express treatment is a short treatment that is ideal for those looking to make their hair more manageable. So they say that keratin is applied to hair in serum form and seal them with a blow dry and flat iron in 45 minutes. Again, these keratin treatments, they require some form of heat to infuse the treatment into the hair. Okay, so it's not something it's not something that's going to be 100% healthy, even though they're touting it as a healthy. Some people tout it, or some companies tout it as a healthier version to the hair relaxer. But 400, you're telling me that 450-degree heat, going up and down your hair over one section, it's gonna be very healthy. Now some people say that it doesn't necessarily have to be 450 degrees, that you can still get the same effect, if it's at a lower temperature. But some people's hair do require that for 450 degree to be able to take the treatment, because some people's hair is just too coarse, or it needs as much heat as possible to take. Just as some people need a super strength relaxer, because if they use the regular strength relaxer, it won't take, so. Even though I encourage the regular strength relaxer, but there are some people that just need that super strength relaxer. And the higher you go with the harsh chemicals, and in this case with the keratin treatment, the higher you go with the harsh heat of the hot iron, the higher your chances increase of damaging your hair. Especially if the person that's doing it has very little experience, doing a keratin treatment. Okay, so yes, those are the different kinds of keratin treatments. Hold on, let me see you ladies' opinions. Yeah, so Lynette Blackwood is reiterating, yes, sorry, very weak. Okay, yeah, I knew that was what you were saying. Okay, so Kaz Henry's chiming in. She said, I did a Brazil keratin treatment at a hair salon. You have to use sulfate-free shampoos. My hair was less frizzy. It loosened my curls. In the end, I slowly chopped my hair off and started again. Okay, so why did you chop your hair off? What happened, Kaz? Did the treatment last? How long did the treatment last? Harmony Hendricks. Hi, Harmony. God, Taylor June, I am never trying it. Exactly. My concerns is the 450-degree heat that needs to be applied to the hair. Think about it, 450 degrees. When you put your own oven to 350 degrees, which is 100 degrees lower, that is super hot. Super hot. You stick your hand in there, you gotta, flinch back. So imagine an extra 100 degrees. My second concern, it's the crease, the creases that that you have. You cannot do anything to your hair for those 72 hours. Anything could happen. I mean, I guess you literally have to leave the salon, make sure nothing touches your hair. Nothing happens that's gonna cause your hair to crease in any way, shape, or form. Go straight into your room and just sit there. Maybe try to read a book or watch TV and just stay still for 72 hours. My third concern is the formaldehyde in these keratin treatments, that are used to, certain companies say that they don't use that high percentage, but there's still formaldehyde in there, and it's like a carcinogen. They understand that we don't have all the research done on the final negative effects of that formaldehyde. Okay, so you're sitting there, you're breathing in that formaldehyde from the keratin treatment. Who's to say that 10, 15, 20 years down the road that doesn't cause cancer causing effects in your body, so that's a concern. So in other words, the doctor says you got some cancerous tumor or whatever, and then you think 15 years ago I did that Brazilian keratin treatment, or 15 years ago I did that Japanese keratin treatment, and there was this percentage of formaldehyde in there, but back then they said no, there's no concern about it. We just use a little bit, and then you find yourself with cancer. So things like that go through my mind, like in the name of beauty, there's some things you should just leave alone. Your health, your life is more important than any hair treatment. So come on. So I guess until the final research comes in regarding that formaldehyde, that it's not gonna be cancerous long down the road, then I guess I'll embark upon it. So when I first started discussing about keratin treatments, that was my concern, that formaldehyde. So if you are going to get a keratin treatment, it says avoid keratin treatments if you have severely damaged hair, or hair that can't withstand the heat of the flat iron that can reach 450 degrees. And it says, although the levels of formaldehyde found in these treatments are safe, there we go. Although the levels of formaldehyde found in these treatments are safe, according to the Occupational Health and Safety Administration, also known as OSHA, you should avoid keratin treatments if you are pregnant or have an allergy to formaldehyde or aldehydes. And that was the cousin of aldehydes. So if they say that your keratin treatment, don't worry, your keratin treatment is formaldehyde free, but it does have aldehydes. It's still a form of formaldehyde. Even the suffix is spelled, pretty much the same. The hide part, we both got hide at the end, HYDE, hide at the end of the word. But the problem is, it is a beautiful, once it's all said and done, the effects are so beautiful. But I don't want the illusion of beauty, if your health is at risk, and even the health of your hair. Wataki 2 says, I wanted to try a lot of things this year. Chebby, keratin, and cellophane clear dye. I don't know anymore, but once I save up, I will be trying Olaplex. Wataki, can you tell us a bit about Olaplex? What does it do? Okay. Cass Henry says it lasted 4 months, but as my hair regrew, I had dramatically different curl textures. So you see that's a interesting effect from the keratin treatment you used. So which one did you use? The Brazilian, the Japanese, the soft keratin, the one that's called UB Natural? Which keratin treatment did you use, Kaz? Janice A says, correct. That is used in embalming to keep the body stiff. Yeah, that's the ingredient it has. That's a fact. That's what it has. And even the ones that says it's formaldehyde free, it still has a version of the formaldehyde, which is called the let me see, make sure I pronounce the aldehyde. Yeah, it's called the aldehyde. Jenny A said, yeah, I would not use it at all. Lorraine Benjamin says, how can I tell what type of hair I have, like 4C, etc.? Lorraine, excellent question. I myself have never gone by that hair chart. I didn't even know such a hair chart existed. Type 4C, type 4A, type 3B, type 3C. All I knew is that Afro texture hair was very dry and it needed moisture, protective styling, and a lot of TLC. Now, I just encourage you to Google the hair types, and you're gonna see charts. Charts of pictures of the type of hair, like the type of hair that you're interested in, type 4C. You're gonna see charts, but that is the problem. You're gonna see charts of other ladies' hair, and you cannot just sit there and compare your hair exactly to their hair. You cannot 100% say that's my hair type. No, you have your own unique, even if it looks similar, you still have your own unique hair type, because you are your own unique person. Okay, so all I can say is go ahead, look at the hair charts, but don't think that that's 100% your type of hair texture too. It's just not 100%. We are all uniquely made. So that's why even after I found out about those hair charts, I still wasn't convinced that, hey, that is my hair type. And another thing, our hair, I've said this in previous live stream, our hair has like a mind of its own. So even though you might have you think you just have type 4C, no, you probably have type 3C here, type 3B, or type 4A here. It's gonna be a variation of hair types in your own hair. Okay, Wataki 2 says Shebe. Okay, thank you. No, I haven't heard about it. No, first time. Okay, so yes, I haven't heard about it. It's all the rage on YouTube. But Olaplex is scientifically proven to repair broken bonds in hair. All right. Okay. I'm gonna see how it's supposedly repairs broken bonds in hair. I'm gonna be looking into that. Thank you, Wataki, for chiming in and informing us, ladies, regarding the Shebe and the Olaplex. Now, I'm not here to say I know everything. No person in the world knows everything. That's why learning is forever. Learning is not just just after you finish high school you stop learning. Learning is not after you finish college you stop learning. Learning is forever. Okay, so no person in the world knows everything. Okay. So some of the cautions in regards, again, regarding the formaldehyde in this keratin treatment is saying is the same thing that I'm very concerned about. It says one of the biggest concerns with keratin treatments, is that some of the brands it's marketed under, again, they contain formaldehyde. Formaldehyde is the very same solution used to embalm dead bodies. And listen to this part. They're saying some of these formaldehyde containing formulas aren't approved by the FDA. You see? Okay, and again, others may tell you that they're formaldehyde free, but they still contain, again, trace amounts. In other words, it's just enough for them to legally claim that it's formaldehyde free, but it's the trace amounts, and that's where the aldehyde comes in. Okay. So another thing we need to keep in mind if we get a keratin treatment is the amount of hours it takes. Some people, depending on the length of your hair, it takes up to 4 hours. And imagine my hair, that goes down to my hip. So imagine, I'm there all day. and a half. And of course, it's very costly. Some of these keratin treatment can be very costly, ladies. So if you go to the salon for a keratin treatment, it can run you up to $100 or more. And $100 is cheap. I've heard it's up to $600 for these treatments. You know, average about $350. Correct me if I'm wrong, ladies. You know, those that have gotten it done at a professional salon, how much do they charge you to get a keratin treatment? So again, if you don't like to use heat, you know, keratin treatments is not for you. All right. So also the keratin treatments is not like permanent. It's like a semi-permanent treatment. So in other words, it will wash off. You know, it's supposed to last 3 or 4 months, something like that. But it's not permanent. Like a relaxer completely changes the structure, the molecular structure of your hair. So that's a huge difference between a keratin treatment and a relaxer. What I told you we were gonna discuss, you know, the difference between keratin treatments and relaxers and also texturizers. The relaxer completely changes the molecular structure of your hair. Now, the keratin treatment will alter the hair, but it will not be permanent. Okay, so it eventually it washes off. Some ladies say they use sulfate shampoos to wash off the keratin treatment. Okay. If you have badly damaged hair, you need to hold off on doing the keratin treatment until your hair gets, you know, back in health. You got to avoid coloring your hair soon after. So when you get the keratin treatment, avoid coloring your hair for at least 2 weeks. Okay. So all of those are you know, facts to keep in mind, ladies. Those are important facts to keep in mind. Lorraine Benjamin says, you say don't grease the scalp, but my scalp is thirsty and it itch from dryness. So what should I do? So that's when you address the situation of your scalp. You know, remember when I said don't use the Shima oil on the scalp, you know, because, you know, it's going to be clogging your pores. But in your situation, since your scalp is itchy, then you will use a product that's going to address the itchiness of your scalp. Now, my Shima shea butters, they do address, you know, itchy scalp situations. So if you've got my Shima shea butter, whether it's the ivory or the light yellow, then you can apply the Shima shea butter on your scalp. Remember, it's completely unrefined and 100% natural. All right. And you can also, you know, mix it with your own natural oils. Okay, so shea butter is also said to address, you know, dry, itchy scalp. So it should work beautifully for you, Lorraine. Cass Henry says, I had a Brazilian keratin treatment in 2009. As it was in the salon and a long time, I am not sure which brand it was. Okay. Wataki too said, no problem, Shima. You started my healthy hair care journey almost 9 years ago, so I owe you. Thank you. And thank you for being such a long time supporter. I genuinely appreciate that. Mm-hmm. So let's take a look at, you know, the difference between a keratin treatment and a texturizer. You know, both I would say definitely harsh on the hair. Okay, they both have their cons. They both have their pros and they both have their cons. Okay, so basically texturizers and keratin treatments have been created to loosen tightly curly and kinky hair. All right, so some ladies, you know, they happen to find their hair to be more manageable. You know, when the texture of their hair is looser, they find their hair to be a bit more manageable. And, you know, for other personal reasons as well, you know, we choose to apply, texturizers and keratin treatment in this case. Okay, so you know, it's less opportunity for the help. You know, the tangle is less. You know, we spend less time, you know, on styling our hair, you know. And the texturizer, what the texturizer would do is it's gonna be like a permanent solution, you know. So the texturizer is permanent, and the keratin treatment is what? Semi-permanent, right? It's almost like a hair relaxer. It's just, you know, it's not going to completely, well, actually, it will completely straighten the hair if you leave the texturizer on long enough. Yes, it will completely straighten your hair even. So that's what I'm saying. It's almost like a relaxer. Okay. Now, in reference to relaxers, you know, the difference between relaxers and keratin treatments, you know, they are two very different products, you know, and processes. For example, keratin treatments, they are protein based, all right, and it's not really intended to loosen the curl pattern, although, you know, it depends on the keratin treatment that you use. You know, so, some loosen the curl pattern and some leave your hair completely straight. Okay, so again, it depends the keratin treatment that you use and the amount of heat that the stylist is using on your hair. Okay, but regardless, keratin does not permanently alter the hair structure like a relaxer would do. Okay. The relaxer will permanently alter the hair structure, and the only way, you know, to come out of a relaxer is to wait for the new growth to come back in. All right. Now, as opposed to a keratin treatment, you know, you can literally, after 3 months, you know, it should last up to 3 or 4 months, depending, you know, on the maintenance of the keratin treatment, how well you maintain it, and using those sulfate shampoos to wash out the keratin treatment. You know, for example, if you got your keratin treatment when your hair was natural, you know, after the keratin treatment wears off, your hair will revert back to its natural state. If you got the keratin treatment when your hair was in a relaxed state, after the keratin treatment wears off, your real hair, you know, the actual texture of your hair will revert back to a relaxed state. Okay, so if you relax your hair on natural hair, your hair was 100% natural, and you use the relaxer to relax your hair, your hair will never revert back to the natural state that it was until the new growth grows out and you completely cut off the relaxed hair. Okay, get it? All right. Again, keratin treatments are semi permanent. They're not permanent or semi permanent. Solel Griffin. Hi, Shima. Hi, Solel. We're talking about keratin treatments and learning about it. I was interested in keratin treatments, but I'm 95% sure I may never do one. Nah. I think the risks are too high for it. I don't like the formaldehyde in it. I don't like the 450-degree heat, and I don't like that you cannot manipulate your hair for at least 72 hours, you know. So I still have trouble understanding how, you know, when it's time to go to sleep, you know, how you're going to go to sleep. You know, 72 hours is more than 24 hours in a day. So you're going to stay awake, you know, for 2-3 days. So that's why, if, again, a lot of ladies have chimed in that they've had the keratin treatment done yet, but I still haven't seen the answer to that question. You know, how do you go about not creasing your hair for those 72 hours? Because if you crease your hair, you're gonna mess up the keratin treatment look, you know. If the I'm So in other words, if I, you know, do like this, or, you know, you use, of course I'm never going to use rubber bands because that's like a black hair destroyer. So, you know, so I like wearing my hair in ponytail sometimes. So am I never supposed to pull my hair back into a ponytail? You know, things like that I have questions about. Keratin treatments are also supposed to block the humidity, and it's also supposed to help straighten, your hair against hair breakage. So I guess that's another pro to it. hmm So when it's time to wash your hair, it says like when you do start to wash your hair again, after you get your keratin treatment done, when the day comes to wash your hair, it says the fewer times you wash, the longer your treatment will last. hmm And so you need to use sulfate-free shampoos, because if you use a sulfate shampoo, you're gonna be, the sulfates, that ingredient sulfate is too harsh, and it's going to, dry out that keratin treatment. Because sulfates, again, they make for powerful detergents, but they strip the hair of the keratin protein, so the results won't last as long as they could. So when you're washing it, if you have a keratin treatment, when you're washing your hair, you definitely need to use sulfate-free shampoos. Okay, the ones that don't do all that foaming. If it's too much foam, that's a lot of sulfates in there. Okay, you have to apply a leave-in conditioner. They say applying a leave-in conditioner is an integral part of making your keratin treatment last as long as possible. So after you wash your hair, you dry it by patting with a towel. Then you have to spritz a leave-in conditioner over your hair and dry it as usual. And this helps to infuse the hair with moisture to keep, your keratin treatment looking frizz-free and healthy. And there we go with the warning. It says, keratin hair treatments, like all hair treatments, are unregulated. Look at that word. They are unregulated. Most of them are not approved by the FDA. So, for example, formaldehyde, that's a prominent ingredient in keratin treatments. It has been classified as a suspected carcinogen, okay, by the Environmental Protection Agency and the Occupational Safety and Health Administration, okay, meaning OSHA. And according to an article, that was seen on Oprah's website, that's where it states that warning. Okay, so we have to use like a very trusted hairstylist. We got to inquire about all the ingredients in the process, and and try not to repeat the process too often. Okay, just as not repeating the process of the protein deconditioning treatments. Remember when I state that you have to first of all have a licensed hair professional evaluate your hair to see if it even needs a protein treatment. You use the protein deconditioning treatment once every 4 weeks to once every 4 months. The same thing with this keratin treatment, because it's also a protein. It's protein infused, so you cannot overload your hair with so much protein. So we have to be very careful with these treatments. It's a treatment. It's not something to take lightly, ladies. Okay, you're treating your hair. It's not a simple wash. You shampooed your hair and that's it. You washed it off. It is a treatment. There's chemicals. One way or another, chemical is gonna go into your hair. All right. So whereas relaxers have that sodium hydroxide, the keratin treatment, has to be infused into your hair with a lot of heat from blow dryers. It's not just, that's another thing. There's two different forms depending on the keratin treatment you get. There's two different forms of heat that they're going to be using on your hair. So they're going to be flat ironing your hair at 450 degrees, and they're going to be blow drying your hair. All that hot air, and all that, all that, really hard heat, extreme heat from the plate of that flat iron. If your hair is very weak and your hair is damaged, do not get that keratin treatment done until your hair is repaired. You're going to completely have a setback. a terrible setback. Okay, so remember yesterday's live stream, we talked about setbacks and how to avoid them. So I'm telling you how to avoid a setback, in regards to getting these keratin treatments done. Make sure your hair is 100% healthy, okay? If you decide to take the plunge with the keratin treatment. I'm not taking the plunge. I think I'm 99% not sure I'm not taking the plunge with keratin treatments. I'll just look at the pretty pictures. That's it. Yo, folks, three. Salam, Shima. Hi, yo, folks. Salam. Okay, Lorraine, I got you. I'll email it. I'll email you the information. No problem. No problem. Diane Gilbert. Hi, Shima. How are you? I hope you are doing well. I'm doing great, Diane. Talking about keratin treatments and their pros, their cons. You know, we're talking about keratin treatments that benefit. If we're gonna get them, how to best benefit Afro textured hair. Okay, so we discussed different types of keratin treatments. There's plenty out there. The one that I was interested in was the Brazilian keratin treatment. That was the one that was most mentioned that I saw, a lot of ladies getting, and I did love the results. It's just that I don't like the cautions, attached to it. Cautions like the formaldehyde, cautions like the 450-degree heat with hot iron, with a flat iron and the blow dryer. Cautions about not creasing your hair because it gets dense in it. You have to, after you get the treatment done, you got to wait 72 hours. You got to take that into account. If you want the best results with that, you got to take that into account. And the formaldehyde is very serious, a very serious thing because, OSHA has identified that as a carcinogen. So who's to say again, 10, 15 years from now, you won't be developing some cancerous, situation in your body because of a keratin treatment you had done 10 to 15 years ago. So yeah. Octavia Chillin says, in my opinion, I think people who have thin hair should not use it. Good. I love your opinion, Octavia. Thank you for sharing it. I love your opinion. Even if they have thin hair, again, consult with a very experienced stylist that knows what they're doing with keratin treatment, because ladies with thin hair, I'm sure they're also interested in getting their keratin treatments done. So maybe they just gotta find the right one for them, or the right stylist that knows how to perform a keratin treatment on thin hair. This is just my opinion. Ladies, if you want to get the keratin treatment, you weigh the risk, you weigh the pros, you weigh the cons, and you still say you want to go for it, go ahead. It's your hair, it's your body, but don't say that we didn't address the pros and the cons and that you weren't aware of it. Okay, it's been spoken about, we discussed it. So even after you've heard everything again and you weigh the pros and the cons and you still decide to go for it, go ahead. It's your decision, but you were informed, regarding everything. I would say most everything. Okay, I would encourage you to continue to do your own research on keratin treatments. That's what I've been doing, my own research, and I'm sharing with you my own research on keratin treatments. That's what we should do with every treatment, even something deep protein deconditioners can be harsh as well. Remember, they leave the hair very hard, and you can do protein overload. Some ladies are sensitive to protein, so even that requires some research. All right, do your research, ladies. Do your research. It's your hair. It's your health. Uh-oh, big man. This is not the place for that. Mm-hmm. There you go. You're starting something, big man, with your folks. This is not the place for that, fellas. So far it's been a clean live stream. And I would love to keep it that way. Yo, oh my god, what a long username. Yo go go. Is there a semi-permanent treatment? The the keratin treatment is a semi-permanent treatment. It's not a permanent treatment. I know, Octavia, that was very disrespectful. Ladies, I think it's gonna be my first time trying to remove a troll. I don't know how to do it though. This is not the place for that. Oh, hold on. I think I got it. Big man, we cannot have that kind of conversation on my live streams. This is a clean place for us ladies and gentlemen. That okay. All right, sorry, big man. This is not the place for that. All right, I got them out, ladies. So, okay, ladies, do we understand the keratin treatment situations here? Do we understand the difference between a keratin treatment and a texturizer? Remember, texturizers are very similar to hair relaxers. What does that mean? That they're permanent. Okay, texturizers are permanent. Keratin treatment is a semi-permanent, okay, treatment. It could be washed off. Okay, a texturizer, once you apply it until the new growth grows out, the texture of your hair will not go back to being the same until you get new growth. Okay. So some of the pros of getting a keratin treatment, it said that hair drying time is extremely fast. Okay, so when you're drying your hair, your hair will dry very fast. For certain ladies, in less than 15 minutes, the hair gets dry. Whether she's using, I guess, especially if you're using the blow dryer, it's gonna be dry much faster than than before you got the keratin treatment. You know, Another pro of getting a keratin treatment is, again, your hair loosens up. So, getting through your detangling sessions will be, much easier and, again, much faster. Another pro is that it will allow you to transition, between straight and curly styles. Okay, again, because the curl is loosened up. Okay, and another pro of getting keratin treatment, it reduces the amount of frizz you get even in the summer heat. And again, a keratin treatment provides, less tangles and less hair breakage. Okay, provided that the treatment was done 100% right, provided that you were informed by your hairstylist how to maintain your keratin treatment at home. Okay, so you have to be knowledgeable about these treatments. It's not just jumping the bandwagon. It's the trendy thing to do. Just like the ladies were doing with the Afro-G, Remember when we discussed the Afro-G, bandwagon thing? Ladies were getting Afro-G treatments, protein treatments, when they didn't even really need to get them. Or if they needed to get them, they didn't know how to properly apply them. They would not follow it up with the moisturizer. Their hair would fall out. Their hair would thin out. Okay? All of that went down. I was there to see it with my own eyes. I've been on YouTube more than 10 years. Okay? More than 10 years already. I've been on YouTube. My first video was posted, I believe, in 2007. So I've been here. I've seen a lot. Shima, yo folks three. Shima, your hair is less curly, more wavy. Did you comb them out? No, this is from my roller set. At night I'm doing my hair bun, and then when the hair bun goes down, it creates these waves. Yogo is asking, does your diet affect the treatment? Your diet is gonna affect everything. Your diet it's going to provide healthy hair whether you're getting a treatment or not. Okay, so just again, this leads to the topic of exercising. This leads to the topic of eating healthy. So everything that you do to your body is going to reflect on the outside. So when you're exercising, when you're eating right, all of those health benefits is going to reflect in your hair, okay, in your skin, and in your mood in general. Diane Gilbert, can't wait to purchase your products. Thank you, Diane. You're going to be in good hands with these products because it's created for us. Angel Crumb says, hello, Shima. Just bought your products last week and I'm enjoying the new hair growth. I've noticed a difference in my hair in just 3 days. Oh, that's excellent, Angel. And she says, always looking forward to wash days. Thanks. Wow, that's wonderful news to hear. So incredible to hear that my products, are benefiting your hair so greatly. I'm so happy for you. Okay. Yo Folks 3 says, Diane, what brand of shea butter you getting? I love the 100% pure and refined organic ivory grade A. Awesome. Yo folks, okay. Wataki to Shima, have you considered adding supplements to your line? No, actually no, Wataki. I want to just concentrate on on the exterior benefits, exterior products. I'm not a doctor. I'm not a nutritionist. I'm just sharing the knowledge that I have that has worked excellently for me, and and 9 times out of 10 it works just as well for the average person because it's healthy, common sense things that we need to do anyway. But currently I am not considering adding supplements. I'm not saying I would never do it. I'm just not considering it right now. Okay. All right. Okay, ladies. So again, keratin is a protein. After traces are cleansed with a clarifying shampoo, so they wash your hair first with a clarifying shampoo. The treatment is added. The treatment is applied, then it's washed out, and then it's sealed in with the heat of a blow dryer and flat iron. Then the keratin will typically fade out of the hair in 3 to 5 months, and your texture will return to its natural state. So again, the keratin treatment is supposed to last 3 to 5 months. Okay, but again, it just depends on how well you maintain the hair. It is recommended that you use only sodium chloride and sulfate-free shampoos and conditioners because using these types of shampoos and conditioners will give you the longest lasting results. Because sodium works to dissolve keratin and sulfates are harsh, lathering agents that may strip the hair of the treatment prematurely. So again, ladies, let's try to avoid sulfate-based shampoos. Okay, let's try to avoid washing our hair daily. With some stylists say, it will help prolong the effects of the keratin. So once you get the keratin treatment, let's not, be constantly washing the hair because you're going to be taking out the keratin treatment. Yo, folks is looking at my Instagram, I guess. I have gone to Metro Zoo on Sunday, ladies, and I really enjoyed the pic of you and the hippopotamus. Lo, were the giraffes really that tall? Yes. I mean, it's nothing like being there in person. All the animals were taller than they look, bigger than they look in the pictures, and more beautiful. They were all beautiful. I mean, I really enjoyed myself. Yo, Yogo, can you expand on your question? What if it doesn't revert back your hair? What do you mean by that? What if it doesn't revert back? Are you talking about after you apply the keratin treatment? Can you explain what you mean by that? Dark wine. Hi, Shima. It's Benji in Virginia. I think hmm? What shampoo are you talking about? Okay, so sulfate shampoos. Yeah, they sulfate itself, and for a long time, that we as black women have been using sulfate, shampoo with sulfates, and we didn't know, for a long time that was stripping our hair of our natural oils. So we've been using so many products that have been stripping our hair of its natural oils, and without us even knowing. And then that's why we think that our hair couldn't grow, and it's because of these ingredients. These ingredients that basically these products, they were never made to cater to Afro textured hair. So that's why these ingredients are in those products, because they weren't thinking about us when they created those products. When I created my products, my sulfate free shampoos and sulfate free Shima hair peel leave-in conditioner, I was thinking about us. Okay, so this is not going to strip our hair of any natural oils. So, thank you, Dark Wine, for chiming in. Your folks had a question? Your folks said, Shima, why don't black people never buy or use mousse in their hair? I only see white people using it. Actually, that's an interesting question. Your folks, I believe the thing is, uh, you know, white people, they need, most of them, they're looking for volume in their hair. So the mousse provides hair volume for them. Either for the males or the ladies. So I'm sure 9 times out of 10, that's why they're using the mousse to add volume to their hair. Also, it holds their hair. It holds certain styles that they use. Now, the reason why black people aren't using mousse too much is because, due to the natural curl pattern of our hair, it already provides the volume that we need naturally. Okay, so just look back at the beautiful black ladies and men from the 60s and the 70s with the huge afros. Okay, that naturally, when our hair grows, we allow it to grow using the right products. you know it just grows naturally voluminous. So that's why they're using mousse, because I'm sure it's to provide hair volume for them for the most part. But thank you for asking that. My opinion is that they're looking for hair volume. After the treatment wears out, what if your hair does not change back? Okay, are you talking? Okay. I don't want to assume, but I guess I'm. It has to be about the keratin treatments you're talking about. Yogo, after the treatment, after the Brazilian, for example, the Brazilian keratin treatment wears off. What if your hair does not change back? Is it guaranteed? Exactly. I'm not 100% sure. I have never tried the keratin treatment. So that's why I'm asking ladies that have tried the keratin treatment to chime in. Now, due to my research, it says it's semi-permanent. But some ladies have gotten, I've seen also ladies that have gotten hair damage from these, keratin treatment being applied improperly, or just the keratin treatment not agreeing with the hair at all. So I cannot tell you 100% if the hair, would change back to its original state. It is said to be able to. It is said that after the keratin treatment wears off, it should change back to how it used to be. So if you got the keratin treatment done on your hair when it was natural, it should change back to its natural state after it wears off. The way you take out the keratin treatment is using sulfates shampoos. So now I'm not gonna say if it's 100% guaranteed. I have never gone through a keratin treatment experience in my life. Okay, you will have to consult with somebody that has actually gotten it done, or visit a hairstylist that does keratin treatments and ask them if that's a great question to ask when you go to get a keratin treatment. You ask them that question after the treatment wears out. Does your hair, what if your natural hair doesn't change back to the way it used to be? I will ask them that question, and it's a guarantee. Yeah, dark one says alcoholic mousse. Yes. Thank you, Benji, also known as Dark One. She says, "Thank you. I'm so proud to be a Shima girl." Ah, thank you. I'm so proud to have you as a Shima girl. Diane Gilbert, how long is your hair now? If you don't mind me asking, I get asked that question in every live stream. It's up to hip. It's now up to hip level. I was again trimming my hair a lot when I was doing my transitioning. Okay, so I was, unsure whether I wanted to stay all natural or wanted to go back to relax. So I did trim a lot of hair. It used to be up to the booty length and a little bit beyond, but I was trimming a lot because I was actually considering even doing the big chop. But I decided just to go back to relaxer because that's what I'm used to, and I love also the straight styles with a little wave in it. So it's up to hip level now. Okay. Yeah. So yes, I answer your question, Yogo. After the keratin treatment. So again, I encourage you to ask a hairstylist that does keratin treatments and ask them that question. They should be able to tell you, with 100% certainty. And also people that have gotten the keratin treatment. Okay, Loving My Hair 74 is chiming in regarding keratin treatment. She says the keratin does loosen your texture after it wears off. A few friends that have gotten the treatment, and I have a few friends that have gotten the treatment, and they all have had to transition back to fully natural. See, so far I'm hearing, I'm hearing results that they weren't satisfied with. They got the keratin treatment, but it's like they prefer to have never even gotten the keratin treatment. So that's why that's what I'm talking about. Even the people that have already gotten the keratin treatment, they weren't 100% satisfied. There's something about the keratin treatment. It's just something about it that's just not gelling with me. It's not gelling. Dark One Benji says, I trimmed my hair last night, Shima. What a difference. Awesome. Yeah. Now all of your hair is 100% healthy. No damaged ends, no split ends anywhere. Also, ladies, how many of you woke up with your hair fully protected. Meaning, how many of you woke up today with your hair, wrapped up in a silk scarf? Did you even go to sleep with a silk scarf last night? I want to hear from you, because that's a very important step in your longer hair growth journey. Yo Folks 3 says, I am so proud to be a Shima guy. Ah, thank you, Yo Folks 3. So proud to have you as the Shima guy. Angel Chrome says, Shima, is keratin treatment any good for porosity hair? Again, there's 3 types of porosity. Remember, there's the normal porosity, there's the high porosity, there's the low porosity. So it depends. You have to, the stylist that's going to do your keratin treatment has to evaluate your hair to see, if it would take, how well it would take, So it depends on the type of porosity hair you have, Okay, high porosity requires, remember, a lot more moisture. Okay, low porosity, it requires, it absorbs moisture more slowly. Okay, so if you got low porosity hair, they're gonna be doing an extra amount of, I guess, the heat, the heat in your hair, the blow drying in your hair, because it's gonna take an extra effort to help your hair absorb that the keratin treatment better. If you got normal porosity hair, then there should be no problem, because the moisture should take normally. Okay. Dark wine, lol, yo folks. Diane Gilbert says, I haven't relaxed my hair in 2 years, and I don't plan on using the relaxers again. Okay, Diane, can you share your relaxer experience? What happened when you were relaxing your hair? What type of setbacks did you have? Or what was your experience with your hair relax? Tell us what happened. We're dying to know. Octavia Jillian says, in reference, the ladies are answering my question in reference to, did you ladies sleep with your hair protected? Okay. Okay, so Octavia Jillian says, yes, I use a silk bonnet. Awesome, Octavia. Angel Crum says, yes, every night. Amazing. I'm proud of you, Angel. Javona Williams says, hello, Shima. Hi, Javona. Thank you for finally joining us. So Yogo says, I have not had a proper trim in over 6 months, and I am scared to get it done now. I want a natural hairstylist to do it though. Okay, then go ahead and do your research on natural hairstylists that can get the type of hair treatment that you want done. But in reference, you're talking about the trim, and oh God, this is why I encourage you ladies to learn how to trim your own hair. That's why I have the step-by-step, the Shima Hair step-by-step DVD, which shows you how to trim your own hair. Okay, because ladies, it's just the honest to God truth. We have scissor happy stylists out there that would say they're gonna trim your hair, but what they do, they cut your hair. You go in with mid-back length hair, you come out with shoulder length hair. Some stylists do that. I had that done to me. It was years ago, but I had it done to me, and I felt her literally cutting my hair. It wasn't trim. It was just, you felt it cutting, but my brain couldn't wrap itself around that fact. I was I wouldn't say a little girl, but I was a young teenager, and she was cutting my hair. I turned around, my hair wasn't really that as long as it is today. It was maybe bra strap length. Well, I came out of there again with shoulder length hair, from bra strap length around here to shoulder length hair. So that's why part of the step-by-step tutorial, my Shima Hair Wash the DVD, contains, trimming your hair with Shima. You need to learn how to trim your own hair and start, giving your hair to scissor happy hairstylists. Now, I don't want to, down the stylists that actually do the jobs the right way, but most of the stylists are not doing the jobs the right way. They're cutting our hair instead of trimming our hair. And again, that is a setback. we discussed hair setbacks yesterday. Stylists that are cutting hair when they should be trimming our hair are causing us to have setbacks. We from mid back length to shoulder length. That's a huge setback. Okay, I'm telling you how to avoid a hair setback. Learn how to trim your own hair. So the Shima Hair Step-by-Step DVD comes with my full line, and I encourage you to learn step by step how to trim your own hair. Okay. Loving my hair says, I start out with a bonnet but always wake up without it. So I just sleep with a satin pillowcase. Okay, at least that. Ladies, if you just can't do it, have your hair wrapped up, with a silk scarf for whatever reason, maybe your man doesn't like that. Okay, fine. At least sleep with a satin pillowcase. All right, at least do something nice for your hair at night. So again, the cotton of the pillow, the cotton of the mattress, the blankets will soak up your moisture. Javonna Williams says, I use a silk bonnet faithfully. Good. Diane Gilbert says, my hair was extremely dry and coming out, especially the crown area. Okay. Okay, so you're replying to the question. Yeah, I had asked you a question, Diane. Let me see what it was. Oh, when you said I haven't relaxed my hair in 2 years and I don't plan on using the relaxers again. That's your answer. That your hair was extremely dry due to the relaxers and it was coming out, especially the crown area. Okay, so good. Okay, so you're doing what works for you. Okay. Also, perhaps you were using, perhaps you were letting the relaxer on too long. Perhaps it wasn't the right strength relaxer. Perhaps it wasn't the right relaxer at all. So I'm just saying, for other ladies that have that experience, you need to, and you love to relax your hair. You still want to use chemical treatments like a hair relaxer. You need to take into account all of those facts. You need to take into account that should you be using super strength or regular strength. Should you be, you need to follow the instructions to a T on those hair relaxer kits. If it says leave it on for 20 minutes, leave it on for 20 minutes. Don't leave it on for 30 minutes. Leave it on for 20 minutes. Okay? So all of those steps you got to take, ladies. Dark wine says, I need that. The satin pillowcase dark wine, that's what you mean? Tiffany G says, in regards to Scissor Happy Stylist, hold on. Tiffany G says, in regards to Scissor Happy Stylist, she's saying that it happened to her. She says, I was livid. The stylist was like, what? Your average length now. Oh my God. Yeah, and that's it. And that's it. You cannot go back. Once the hair is cut, you cannot go back. You have to wait for it to grow again. It caused the hair setback. If it took you, for example, 3 or 4 months to get to that length, now it's going to take you again another 3 to 4 months to get to that length again. So imagine if it wouldn't have happened. In other words, 3 to 4 months later, instead of your hair being shoulder length, it could have been, past bra strap length. Okay, if your hair could have been, if it was already bra strap length and you wouldn't had a Scissor Happy Stylist cut your hair, it would have been mid back length. But no, you're right back, you're right back to shoulder length. You're right back to ear length because you didn't know how to trim your own hair. Okay? So, again, the Shima Hair Watch the Step-by-Step DVD will show you how to trim your own hair. All right? Get it with the full line. Comes with the full line. The Shima Hair Full Line Special. All right. Dark Wine says, my hair was way down my back at 15. My father let his girlfriend cut it so I could get a carefree curl. My hair never grew back that length. Wow, Benji, wow. Now talk about a hair setback. Her hair never grew back that length. Now, of course, I'm assuming there are things that you could have been doing to help it, get as healthy as possible to grow back, if not that length, at least close to that length. But at least you're learning the right way to do it now. Okay, so don't give up. It's never too late, Benji. It's never too late to start over. Yo Folks 3 says, at Loving My Hair 74, he says, I can't sleep with anything on my head. When I had locks, I would try to sleep with them in a thin hold knit cap, but woke up with it off. If you're trying to grow hair, Yo Folks, and you don't want to wear nothing, again, also invest in a satin pillowcase. Yogo is saying, I have the shears. My sister got a botch perm, and on top of that, she had hip length hair, and the stylist cut it to her shoulders. My sister was consistent in her hair care. Okay, there you go. That was a very, very jealous scissor happy stylist who did that. From hip length to shoulders. I mean, talk about, that is very, that's not a very nice thing to do to a person. That's all I'm going to say. So encourage your sister to learn how to trim her own hair, okay? Let her know about, Shima Hair 21. We're learning from scratch how to take care of our hair here. And, she's going to have to learn from scratch how to take care of her hair. So that will never happen again. Giovanna Williams says, I had that experience. She turned me away from the mirror. Yeah, they do that. They turn you away from the mirror so you won't see what they're doing already. They're scheming. They're already scheming. Once they turn you away from the mirror and they got them scissors in their hands, So she trimmed too much. Yeah, quote unquote, she trimmed too much. She wanted to trim too much. Okay, never went back again. That was 9 years ago. I trim my own hair, my own ends. My hair is thriving. Great. That's wonderful, Giovanna. I'm happy that you learn how to trim your own hair. Mm. Mm-hmm. Wow, I'm so happy tonight. You guys and ladies are really chiming in. I'm happy because it affects us. All of this is facts of our hair life. All of this goes down. This is not nothing that's been made up. It really goes down. It really affects our lives. You know. So, um, thank you for the reminder, yo, folks. No problem. I can see everything. I like this one. Loving my hair says yes, no matter if I do a bonnet or scarf, it always ends up on my husband's side of the bed. I like that one. Dark Wine says your DVD. What about my DVD, Dark Wine? Yogo says a stylist on YouTube try to say that a trim and a cut are the same thing. Lies. Yeah, they do that. They really do that. Even though, okay, technically speaking, when you're trimming, technically speaking, you are cutting. But in this case, we're not looking to cut our hair. The thing is, if you go to a stylist that says, yes, cut my hair, for the most part, that's what you're going to do, cut your hair. If you say trim my hair and the stylist is knowledgeable about trimming, she's not going to do this, cut. She's going to do this. She's going to trim the hair. Okay? So, no. In this case, same thing. Even though technically it is, but when you are a knowledgeable hairstylist, you will know the difference between cutting, which is this, claw, claw. All of that's cutting, right? Look at how long it is. Look at how long it is from here to here. That's cutting. All right. Trimming is just this. All right, just the ends. That's the difference between the cut and the trim. All right. Mm-hmm. Lynette Black with Shima, will we be able to obtain your DVD from Amazon UK? Eventually, I'm working on it to get the full line on the UK. The 8-ounce oils are on their way, by the way. I'll let you ladies know exactly when they're finally, when they're finally listed, on Amazon UK. I'm gonna let you, my UK Shima girls, know. But for the full line with the step-by-step DVD, it's also gonna be on its way. It's all happening, very soon. It's all going to be happening. Everything wonderful and magical is going to be happening this year. Yeah, Tiffany G, she says some stylists are haters. Definitely, yeah, definitely. Yo, folks, says I loving my hair. In regarding to wearing your silk scarves and hair bonnets, he says we some wild sleepers. We probably pull them off in our sleep. I'm telling you. Tiffany G says my stylist had did the same thing about my hair. How dare her? The average hair length. That was not my goal. Haters, like Tiffany G says, some stylists are haters. Are they jealous? You know, very very few stylists that have very long hair would do that to another black lady that has long hair. The stylists that tend to do that are the ones that don't have very long hair. That's all theirs, you know. So even they feel that black hair can't grow. So when they see a black woman with very long hair, that's especially longer than theirs, they say, "How did she do that?" Oh wait, pluck, you know. Loving My Hair 74 says, Shima, I love that DVD. When I first went natural and started my long hair journey, I would put that DVD and trim my hair like we were trimming our hair together. Yes. Yes, it's very, it's very simple. The tutorials are very simple to follow. It's nothing hard. It's we're learning from scratch. So I made it so simple for you ladies. The way I learned it, is the way you're gonna learn it. So you won't make any mistakes or minimize the amount of mistakes, that can possibly be made. It's supposed to be simple. It's supposed to be fun, and then you yourself get creative with your own. You personalize your own hair growth regimen. Okay. Once you learn all the basics, this is just to learn all the basics. We're supposed to know how to trim our own hair. We're supposed to know how to roll or set our own hair. We're supposed to know how to moisturize our own hair. We're supposed to know how to wash, our own hair. And it's all very simple. We know in the Shima Hairs, Watch the DVD. It's very simplified, ladies. It's nothing hard. Okay, so once you know the basics, you personalize it into your own, custom made Shima hair growth regimen. Okay, this is just a sample of what you'll be learning. Okay, just a sample. There's so much more into the DVD. It's almost over an hour and a half long, I believe. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Diane Gilbert is asking a good question. How much a satin pillowcase? In Walmart, some Walmart sell satin pillowcases. They're not that expensive. Maybe less than $10. Then I look into Walmart and see how much their pillowcases are. They're really not that expensive. Thank you for asking that wonderful question, Diane. How much are satin pillowcase? On average, it should be less than $10. Dark One says, yes, I was never taught how to take care of my hair. Thank you, Shima. It's a little past shoulder length once again. Yeah, I'm telling you. You get the knowledge. Knowledge is power, but only when you apply. So you're applying the knowledge, dark wine, and that's why you're getting the results. Yo, folks, where are you looking at the satin pillowcases? Because I saw some that are, well, he says, Shima, the satin pillowcases are more expensive than your scarves. I'm just gonna wait for your silk scarves to go back on sale in a couple of months. Ah, thank you, yo, folks. They're coming soon. Dark One says, I stopped wearing a silk scarf because in the morning my ends will be so flat. After I trim my ends, I didn't have that problem. Okay, so the ends were damaged, and that was what was creating the flatness then, right? So after you trim your ends, you didn't have that problem. So in other words, your ends definitely were split, But now you cut them, and now everything is fine. Oh, Dark One says, I need your DVD. All right, then go get the DVD, Dark One. I'm almost out of stock, by the way. I gotta get some more in, but there's still some more DVDs left. Okay, there's still some more left as we speak, but it's almost running out of stock because they're almost gonna be sold out. Yeah, Yogo says, when I'm asking for a trim, I'm not asking for a bob. Hi, Lady Nefertiti. Thank you for joining. IKB. Hey, Shima. Dollar Tree sells cheap satin pillowcases. Yeah, I know that there's somewhere that it's not that expensive. Lynette Blackwood says, thank you so much, Shima. You're such a caring and genuine hair advisor. Thank God for people like yourself. Thank you, Lynette. I'm very humble. Thank you. Lady Nefertiti says, I still have that DVD. I'm happy you do, because that's why your hair growth journey is going fabulously, Lady Nefertiti. Fabulously. IKB says, Shima, can you put your product website link in the description box under the video? Yes, I definitely will. Let me give it to you also right now in the comment section. There you go. And I'm also going to put in the description box. Octavia Jillian says, when I was younger, I went to a stylist school and she used dirty clippers in my hair. And it was very hard to grow it back. Wow. Wow, some teacher. And that's in the stylist school. I'm telling you. That's sad that happened. We go through such harsh experiences with our hair, ladies. Things that you still remember. See how it affects us? Years later, we still remember the pain of what people did to our hair. Because it means a lot to us. What I was, explaining to you ladies yesterday. Our hair means a lot to us. So, it's really, that's why we still feel it. That's why we still feel the pain of what people do to our hair. That's why I still remember when that stylist cut my hair, So we remember these things because our hair means a lot to us. Shannon Bax, thanks for joining us. She says, hi, Shima. Thanks for joining. Tiffany G says, Shima, perhaps you should sell satin cases. Yeah. Yeah, that's my original site, yo, folks. ShimaHair.com is my original site, which you can use as well to order your Shima Hair products. Dark Wine says, I'm ordering the entire line for my birthday on the 27th. I'm so excited. Happy birthday. I know it's not the 27th yet, but still happy birthday. I hope you have a fabulous birthday. Okay, B says, okay, thanks. Dark Wine, they're good products. You won't regret it. Talk about my Shima hair products. Thank you, Angel. Thank you. I appreciate. Lady Nefertiti is sharing some hair knowledge with us, ladies. She says, today I found out that alopecia is when the hair falls out, not just bald spots. I was so surprised. Yeah. The thing is, we just see bald spots. You know, when they mention alopecia, we see, they always show the picture of the lady with the bald spots. But yes, alopecia is also when the hair falls for the most part, it falls completely out. And it could be, due to chemical treatments done improperly. It also could be a genetic thing as well. Lady Nefertiti, thank you for bringing up this subject. I think I'm going to address it more in the new live stream. So thank you, Lady Nefertiti. And by the way, ladies, I think that does it for today. I've enjoyed all my time. I spent a long time with you ladies today. I really loved it. I love being, being here with you ladies today. We started off with the keratin treatments, and then we started off with everything else in regards to hair. About how to trim our own hair. Using satin pillowcases. So no excuses if you don't got silk scarves. No excuses. Get satin pillowcases. But yes, I'm gonna start today, and we're gonna, pick up with on the next live stream. We're gonna talk about, alopecia is gonna be one of the topics I want to talk about. So we're gonna address that. Yo, folks says, Shima, as a history professor, I can't wait for your show detailing the history of Black women hair care. Awesome. Yeah, we're gonna discuss that. Stay tuned for new live streams from Shima, from me. Thank you too, Dark Wine. Dark Wine says, thank you. No problem, Dark Wine. I love being here for you ladies. Yoga, we discussed Japanese hair treatments regarding keratin treatment. There is also one called the Japzilian treatment, which is from the Japanese. That's how I thought it was first called, the Japanese keratin treatment. Lady Nefertiti, even when it falls out to the natural hair. Yeah. Dark One, very good products. I have used the Shima oil and Shima shea butter. Awesome. I'm so happy. It's going very well for you. So happy. So ladies, I gotta stop it for now, and we're gonna pick up next live stream. Can't wait to be with you ladies again. We learned so much today, so much. I can be, you didn't miss out the playback. Come on. Lady Nefertiti, I'm sorry I missed so much, and we were here for so long, Lady Nefertiti. Darn, huh? Shannon back says, I'm so sorry that I missed a lot too. Lady, I can't wait. Lady says, Dark Wine. Thank you, Queen Shima. God bless you. Good night. Thank you, Dark Wine. God bless you too. Sadie saying, can I see this whole episode later? Yes. Once the live stream is stopped and it processes, you just push the play. Let's go to my Shima Hair 21, the main channel, and you're gonna see in the uploads part the newest video, which is gonna be this one. It's called Shima Live, addressing keratin treatments. Thank you, ladies. Thank you for saying good night to me. Wataki2 says, good night, folks. Oh, Ikabi says she loves the live streams. I love it too, but the knowledge is captured forever. So the playback, ladies. Angel Crum says, good night, Shima. God bless. God bless you too, Angel. Shannon back says, bye-bye. Bye, ladies. Yeah, let me say bye, ladies. And God bless. Hold on, let me see if I can do a little happy face. If I do an emoji. This one. I like this one. Right? Yeah. Okay. Brenda Taylor says bye. Okay, bye, ladies. Bye, Sadia.